So in the last class we have seen graphical solution for a pair of linear equation. Okay. So we have seen that if the two lines intersect at a point, then that point of intersection is the solution. It is not required that always the two lines intersect at a point. That also we discussed. The lines may go parallel to one another without intersecting at all, or the lines may coincide, one coincide on the other. So every point they intersect, there we will get infinitely many solutions. Okay. So under which circumstances, under which conditions these things are happening? Let us write these conditions first. Okay. So what are the conditions? The pair a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. I have taken the general pair. Okay. This will be intersecting lines. From the graphs we have drawn, we come to these conclusions that intersecting lines, these two lines will be when a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, meaning the ratio of coefficients of x in these two, that is what a1 divided by a2, and coefficient of y in the two equations. If these two ratios are not equal, then you will note down the two lines intersect at a point. So if they intersect at a point, the point of intersection is a solution, only solution. At only one point the two lines intersect here. So that pair of equation will have a unique solution. Okay? And the point of intersection is the unique solution. So under these circumstances, when a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, then the two lines are intersecting at a point, and the point of intersection is the only solution, unique solution of the pair. Okay. Second one, you see, this pair will represent a parallel lines. If you draw on the graph sheet, the lines will be parallel when a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2. You find all the three ratios. Okay. a1 by a2 make ready, b1 by b2, c1 by c2 all make ready. You will note down these two ratios will be equal to one another, and it will not be equal to the third ratio. In this condition, under this condition, the two lines will go parallel. It means the lines will not intersect at all. So there is no point of intersection for them. So there is no solution for that pair of equations. No solution for that. Next one is the lines will be coinciding. The pair will be a coincident pair of coincident lines. When it will be coinciding, if all the three ratios are equal, means a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. If it is like that, then the pair will be coincident line, pair of coincident lines. So coincident lines, every point they are intersecting. We know the point of intersection is the solution. So every point they intersect means infinitely many solutions. All the points on that lines are in a solution to that pair. Means there are infinitely many solutions. Okay? Alright. There's one more thing we have to learn. If a pair has some solution, one or many, then it is called, that pair is called a consistent pair of linear equation. Consistent, reliable pair. The system of equation is reliable, consistent pair. Under which condition? If it has one or infinitely many solutions. Okay. If it has no solution, if the lines go parallel, no solution, then that pair is inconsistent, unreliable. So such a pair of equation is inconsistent if the lines are parallel. So if there is no solution, then the pair is inconsistent pair. But at the same time, I told you here, the infinitely many solution means then also it will be consistent because it has some solution. This type of the pair, this type, means having infinitely many solutions. That has a special name that we call as a dependent pair. So dependent pair of equation means what? They should have infinitely many solutions. Means all these three ratios are equal. But it is consistent. Okay, a dependent pair is always a consistent pair of equations. Okay, now we have taken some examples to demonstrate all these three properties. You want to know these properties, understand? So see this one, I have taken some pair of equations. See here, 2x plus 3y plus 9 is equal to 0, x plus 4y minus 8 equal to 0. Two equations I have taken. And finding out what is a1 by a2. Dividing this x coefficient by this x coefficient. I got here 2 by 1, that is 2. b1 by b2 comes out to be this 3 by 4. See here, these two are not equal. So a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2. I don't want to check the c1 by c2 in this case. So what I will write immediately? It is intersecting lines, pair of intersecting lines. So how many solutions? Only one. The point of intersection has unique solutions and is consistent. Whatever the way they ask you, intersecting lines, unique solution, has consistent. Okay. Second one is here I have taken two equations. Okay. This example you see. Here a1 by a2, 1 by 3 coming. b1 by b2, minus 2 by minus 6, that also 1 by 3. c1 by c2, 7 by 8. So these two are both 1 by 3. They are equal to one another. I mean a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2. So means what? The pair of lines going parallel. They are parallel lines. So no solutions, inconsistent pair. Okay, everything be supported with an example. See the third one we have taken is two equations I have taken. Means a1 by a2 comes out to be 2 by 4 and 1 by 2. b1 by b2 also 1 by 2. c1 by c2 is also 1 by 2. All the three are equal. a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. So coincident lines has infinitely many solutions. It is dependent pair. This only we call dependent pair, and the system is consistent pair of equation. System of equation. Okay, each one given one example. Write the examples based on these concepts. You can do in exercise 3.2, question number 2, question number 3, question number 4. All talking about the same thing only. Question number 4 says that if it has unique solution, then you draw the graph of it. The graph of it already we have seen. If you see the first question, in that you will note down that exercise 3.1 we have found the graphical solution. There you check that one intersecting at a point, the pair of lines. You check there a1 by a2 and b1 by b2, they will not be equal. a1 by a2 will not be equal to b1 by b2. That is that you will note down the lines when drawn on the graph sheet intersect at a point. Okay, you will do all these three questions. In question 6, we are given a line. Okay, simply they have given equation of a line. So the question asks you, write equation of any line which is intersecting with it and which will go parallel to it and which will be coinciding with it. You can write your own equation, any equation. So we have to know the condition, The condition, if you want an intersecting line with this, you should keep a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2. So you write your own any equation. I will write one equation now, just x plus y plus 10 equal to 0. Simply I wrote one equation. Because I am knowing that a1 by a2 here, what is coming? a1 by a2 is coming to be 2 by 1. b1 by b2 is coming to be 3 by 1. Means this is 2, this is 3. These two are not equal. So this line will intersect to this, will be, these two are, when drawn on the graph sheet, will be intersecting lines. You can write any equation. You should keep always in mind a1 by a2 should not be equal to b1 by b2. This condition must be met. Second one, parallel line to the given line. Any line parallel to this given line. Just change the constant term. Okay. Or you multiply these two terms by any number by 2. You multiply by 2, you multiply by 2, leave it like that. This you don't multiply. So you will have that a1 by a2 and b1 by b2 will become equal, and it will not be equal to c1 by c2. What I am going to do, I will write the same equation, just to change the constant term. Okay, I write here 2x plus 3y plus 5, some other number instead of this I put equal to 0. So now you see that a1 by a2 is becoming 1, 2 by 2, 1. Okay, and b1 by b2 becomes 3 by 3, that is 1. c1 by c2, different number, minus 8 by 5. So the first two ratios came equal and they are not equal to the third ratio. So under this circumstance, the lines will go parallel. You can write any equation. So you should get a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 and is not equal to c1 by c2, like that. You don't have to write all this explanation, just write. You are asked to write only an equation. What about this one? Coincident line. Who is the given line? So all the three ratios must be equal. You want all the three ratios must be equal to another equation. So what you do? All these numbers, all these coefficients are throughout multiplied by any number, by 2, by 3. Simply each term multiply by 2. So you will note down the ratios coming equal, or each term multiply by 3, any number. I multiply all the terms by 2. I will get here is 4x plus 6y minus 16 equal to 0. Now you check all the ratios will come 1 by 2. See, for me a1 by a2 is coming 2 by 4, that is 1 by 2. b1 by b2 also 1 by 2. Because I double this, 3 by 6, 1 by 2. c1 by c2 comes out to be minus 8 by minus 16. This is also 1 by 2. So all the three ratios become equal. So this equation will go, this line will go, will coincide with the given line. This is your own examples. Again, question 7 is drawing graph only. We have discussed many questions of this kind. But in this graph they are asking, besides drawing, they don't ask the solution. The question asks you draw the graph of the two pair of equation, and they are asking you after drawing, they say the two lines intersect at a point, and the two lines on the x-axis together make a triangle, they say. So they are asking you to shade the triangular region. Just want to make you to draw the graph of it. Nothing simple. Look here, two equations are given. You find simple solutions. For first equation, the method we discussed earlier, put x is equal to 0 and get the value of y. And put y is equal to 0, get the value of x. Quick two solutions. Here x 0 I put here, I got y is 1. Like that y 0 I put, get the value of x, that is minus 1. So 0 1, minus 1 0, 2 points. There is 0 1, minus 1 0 here. Both are plotted and this line is ready. This line draw first. Second line also same way you follow. Put x 0, get the value of y. Y comes out to be 6. When I put y 0, x will be 4. So the solution for this 0 6 4 0. Then also plot, draw the second line. Okay. Now you note down these are the lines, two lines, and these are our x-axis. Here you are getting a triangular region. You can name what is they are. The two lines are intersecting at a point 2, 3. That also note down. We are not taking it, and that is note down. And you are getting a triangular region. This is A, B, C. You can name the triangle. The question asks you to shade this triangle. Just shade it any. Okay, this is what a question asks. Next, you have to complete up to this. Yeah. In the previous class, we have seen how to solve a pair of equation by graphical method. Graphical solution has been found. Now, algebraic method of solving pairs of linear equations. Algebraic method. Okay. There are 2-3 methods. We have substitution method, elimination method, cross multiplication method. Like the few methods we have. So let us see that first how to solve a pair of linear equation by substitution method. What is substitution method? We are going to see. One question has been taken, example taken here. See the pair of equation given to be x plus y is equal to 14 and x minus y is 4. Understand? We need to solve. So what is substitution method exactly we do? From any one of the equations, write x in terms of y. by transposing, okay, or y in terms of x. For example, from the first equation, I can write x in terms of y. How I write it? X is equal to this y I transpose here, 14 minus y, like that. Or the y I can write as 14 minus x, transposing x other side. Any one of the equation you can choose. I have taken here second equation. This is more easier for me. So here what I do, here I write what is x in term of y I am going to write. So x is this y transpose here will become what? X is equal to y plus 4. I get x is equal to y plus 4. Okay. This is first step we have to do. Next what we have to do, this x is equal to y plus 4, no? That you substitute in the other equation. Means the first equation. Means in this place, in the place of x, I substitute. Here is x in the first equation. This I take and substitute in this place. So I will put y plus 4 instead of x here. So what happens to the first equation? Equation 1 becomes x plus y, means y plus 4. I put this y plus 4 for x. So it will become y plus 4 plus y is equal to 14. So now how many variables are there? There is only one variable, y alone. You can find the value of y from here. Okay? So it is becoming 2y is equal to 14 minus 4. I am getting the value of y as 5. I solve for y because there is only one variable now. Y is equal to 5. So value of y is obtained. After finding the value of y, you need value of x, you know. Where it is x? Already here x is equal to y plus 4. This you take and substitute, put it back here. So what will come now? X is equal to y plus 4 we have. So y is already obtained. So x is, that is 5. So x is equal to 5 plus 4 and x is equal to 9. So solution is x is equal to 9 and y is equal to 5. Solution has been obtained. So first step, what I have done from equation 2, you can do by taking equation 1 also. Anything. Equation 2, I have got x is equal to y plus 4. Then I substitute in the other equation, in the first equation. And the first equation turned into an equation only in y. Okay? So solve for y. That one put back over here. So you will get the value of x also. X and y value we get. That is the solution. Okay? Like that, one more example. Let us take your textbook question. See this question. This is given in decimal. 0.2x plus 0.3y is equal to 1.3. 0.4x plus 0.5y is equal to 2.3. Better you remove all the decimal points. Okay. So this first equation throughout you multiply by 10. So it will become some simplification we do before we go for expressing one variable in terms of the other. Some simplification. So what you do everywhere, I multiply by 10 here. So it becomes 2x plus 3y is equal to 13. Like that here also multiply by 10. So the decimals will be removed for more easier way. So it is becoming 4x plus 5y is equal to 23. If I multiply every term by 10, I get this. Okay, now choose your own way. Any equation you choose, express any variable, one in terms of the other, you write. I have taken, I have taken equation 1 and 2. I find 2x from here and I will put in this place. Okay, what is 2x from equation 1? 2x is equal to, transposing this other side, 13 minus 3y. So x is equal to 13 minus 3y by 2. Even you can write 2x because you have 4x, This you write 2 into 2x, then put this value there, no problem. So I found here is x is equal to 13 minus 3y by 2. We got the value of x in terms of y from equation number 1. Now what to do? Substitute in the place of x in equation number 2, in the other equation. So this is what is second equation written here. 4x plus 5y is equal to 23, the second equation. Here I substitute in the place of x, I substitute this value. Okay, here substituted, simplified. So now second equation has only one variable. This bracket are all open, simplify. 26 minus 6y This 5y plus 5y equal to 23 coming. Find y from here. Transposing, find y. Y is coming to be 3. Okay. So when I do like that, I got the value of y. This you resubstitute in your x. You made x in term of y ready now. There you put it back here. So when you put what is coming here is x is equal to 13 minus 3y by 2 you have already in hand. Yes, substitute y is equal to 3. So x is equal to 13 minus 3 into 3 by 2. Means 13 minus 9 by 2, that is 4 by 2, that is equal to 2. So x is 2, y is 3. Okay, solution ready. This is what substitution method. I have written 2 questions from your textbook. Exercise 3.3, question number 1, the second bit and 6th bit to do here. Okay, as homework.